Hi everyone, it's Paige Evans, and today I want to share this fussy cut and stitched flower bouquet layout. So I started by fussy cutting about, I want to say 80% or so of paper 6 in my Oh My Heart collection with pink paisley. And I cut out big flowers, small flowers, medium flowers, whichever flowers I knew I wanted to use in a pretty flower bouquet. So I took some time to do that using my favorite pair of mint scissors from American Crafts. And I actually was not planning to stitch the flowers when this layout came into my mind's eye. But then I noticed these details printed on the flowers, like these stripes and dots, and I was like, yeah, these would look really cool with some stitching details. So what should have been a super quick layout turned into a layout that took some time, but I really love the results. I love the texture that stitching adds to these flowers. So totally worth it, in my opinion. If you don't want to add stitching, by all means, you don't have to. And I actually taught myself how to do the French knot. I looked up French knot on YouTube. Super easy, super simple, and now I've got some French knots on there too. Where there weren't, some flowers didn't have details printed on them, so I just stitched my own details. It was really hard for me to pick a background. I would love to try and use more pattern papers because I seem to always use just plain cardstock. So I went through practically every paper in Oh My Heart and just couldn't, I couldn't do it. So I ended up using this light blue textured cardstock from American Crafts. And I glued all of the flowers down with a strong adhesive. They were already dimensional because of the thread in the back, so I didn't need to use more dimensional adhesive. I freehand cut stems, quote unquote, from pattern paper and cardstock. Just cut them in a slight curve and tucked them underneath. I didn't do it for every single flower, that would just be insane, but most of the big ones I did cut a stem. I used that stamping block just to hold it in place because they were flipping up, but I didn't want to adhere them down yet until I was sure of the placement. To make it more realistic looking, like a flower bouquet, I wanted a bow made from paper, so I traced it on the back of this pattern paper, hand cut it out, and put it right there in the center, so it really looks like a bouquet now. I'm using this picture of my daughter Jane in, I can't say it, I just want to say Wrocław, Poland. I know that's not how you pronounce it though, so I apologize. So this picture of Jane finding the gnomes. They had these gnomes hidden all over the city, and it was so fun to find them randomly, and we took a whole bunch of pictures with these gnomes. And I just love how the colors of the painted buildings match the flowers. Time to embellish. So instead of applying the sticker, I'm kind of turning it into a transparency die cut. So I put it on some transparency and fussy cut it out. So now I don't have to worry about it sticking down and ruining the paper if I decide to move it later. And I want the title to be Smile in Wrocław. I love these colorful mini alphabet stickers. So there's colored ones and black and white ones. So you can pick and choose which colors you want. I'm just creating a rainbow. A rainbow? Trying to decide what else to add. I feel like there's so much going on in the background already, especially at the top half, that I want to keep the bottom half pretty simple. I'm using the thickers from Oh My Heart to make the word in. I thought about switching, doing the in with the mini alphabet stickers, but then the Wrocław would have been quite large. So I switched it and it looks fine. It looks great. So these are the stamps in my Oh My Heart collection, and I love this dotted background-ish one. So I'm just creating a slight texture, color on color, and off stamping first. So I stamped it in dark blue, stamped it off on plain white copy paper, so then it's a lighter blue, so it just creates a very subtle texture in the back. Done and done. Moving on, putting the title back on top to see how it looks. Time for a little bit of journaling. So there are these 3 lines, perfect for journaling, also in the stamp set. I am using dark gray ink. Make sure it stamps okay. I always like to do a test stamp first before stamping on the layout, because I do not consider myself an expert stamper. Once the journaling was written, I wanted one final touch with a heart charm. Just trying to figure out where to put it, and I'm going to dot the I and smile with the heart charm. So that is the finished layout. I hope that you are inspired to do some fussy cutting and stitching with paper 6 from my Oh My Heart collection. Thanks so much for watching. See you again soon.